Hello everyone, my name is Siobhan and I wanted to give you an overview of nonprofit budgeting. Budgets are important for so many reasons, mainly to create a financial roadmap by setting priorities and goals. Budgets consist of income and expenses. Your budget will usually have an income on top and expenses below, with the net income at the bottom. Net income is your income minus your expenses. Are you in the positive or the negative? You of course want to be in the positive. And here's a secret. It is okay for a nonprofit to have a positive net income, to make some money. All nonprofits need to work on having a cash reserve. It's okay. So here's a tip in creating a budget. It does not have to be so detailed that you have pages of a budget. Your accounting software will give you more precise reports to give you the data you may be looking for. Let's start with setting up the income part of your budget. You may want to separate your income into categories such as where or who is the money coming from. Your categories may be individuals and businesses, churches, grants, fundraising events, program income, or even restricted income. There are guidelines to restricted income, such as amount of time you have to spend that money. A helpful resource on this is www.accountingcoach.com. When setting up a nonprofit budget, you really want to focus on the categories or the functions of expenses, with emphasis on the words categories and functions. Nonprofit expenses are separated into three functions. They are program services, general and administrative, and fundraising. Just a tip, donors want to see more money being spent in program services where the heart and the vision of the nonprofit is really happening. A good ratio to keep in mind is 60% of spending is in programs, 35% in general and administrative, and 15% in fundraising. Some examples of budget lines in your expense budget may include salaries and hourly wages, program supplies, office supplies, travel or meetings, staff development, rent and utilities, printing, IT or telephone, fundraising, professional fees such as a CPA or a speaker. Now that you have budget lines for your income and your expenses, it is time to complete the budget with numbers. The easiest way to create a budget is to open an Excel spreadsheet and list the budget lines you have created on each line. Next, you will enter the months at the top of each column. Assuming we want to start in January, your fiscal budget will run from January through December. Make sure to check with your state and IRS paperwork to see when your fiscal year is. It may be from July to June. Next, enter your monthly numbers for each line item. Just remember to be realistic, especially if your ministry is in the first few years. Income is just growing. Relationships are just being built. You want to be optimistic but realistic at the same time. Same with expenses. Always keep in mind that you can get donated items and how you can use your volunteers. When looking at your spreadsheet, now called your budget, you will want to create a formula to add up all the line items, both horizontally to get your yearly totals and vertically to get your monthly totals. It sounds confusing, but when you are actually doing it, you will get it, I promise. One last tip on budgeting and tracking income and expenses is don't forget about in-kind donation. These are items or services that people give to your organization, intangible items, non-monetary donations. Many times nonprofits forget that donated items are revenue and cut down on your expenses. Document this, even if it is in Excel. This is a great way to show donors that the community is supporting your organization. Now, with a little knowledge of creating a budget, I hope you can use this information to become an even better organization.